Okay, welcome to a video that will explain the match room or demonstrate the match room. So looking at this screen we see that we have a interface where we can play Magic online with webcams. So first things first, we have the two video elements. We have your opponent, which will be the top one, and you have the low one, which will be yours. On the left hand side in the bottom you will have the media controls. So here you can turn off the speaker or select which speaker to send the audio out to. You can select which input device you should get the audio from. And you can of course select the webcam you want to choose. I've just chosen one here to illustrate. I will just turn everything off. So that is the controls down here in the bottom, and then you have the top one that is your opponent and the bottom one that is yours. But that you will see of course because you will be visible in this when your camera turns on. Then you have the chat interface where you of course have the card lookup. So either you do just the regular lookup to get the card, or you can do the rules lookup with a question mark. And it's a fuzzy search, you don't have to actually type it fully correctly. So this will give you, if you have this little mask selected, then the message will only be visible for you. So for example, if I do Black Lotus from limited edition alpha, because I like that most, then you can see those will be grayed out and that will only be visible for you. So if you want to look up a card that your opponent should not know about, then you can just enter the mask mode and you will mask it from me. That's the message panel. You can toggle the message panel up here with this button or pressing the M key on your keyboard. And for the video elements, you can flip or mirror yours and your opponent's video element, and if you press the F button you will do a focus mode on your opponent. So you will have a small screen down here and your opponent will be on a large screen. Additionally, we have the players present in this room. So actively in this match room we can see that it's only user 3 here now. You can of course press them to get the profile up. Then you have the match notes, the more actions, and the report button. I will go into all these in a bit. Here we have the game wins, those dots. So this is the game wins for your opponent, and this is the game wins for you, and then you have the life total, and in the middle you have the round timer. So we also have match history. I'm just gonna change my life real quick here a couple of times, and you can see here whenever I change life this will actually be triggered to the history. So if I reset, then we will have a little bit of space and then we'll go back to 20. So that's neat. And if I add a game win, you will see the game win counter move up. I can also remove game win of course, or go into report mode. So here are the more actions. You can pop this open. This will be a movable, draggable panel. So here you have all the actions that are also available when pressing. These action, flip a coin and roll the dice, or the dice, they will only be available if you have a connection with your opponent. So unless you have a connection with your opponent, you will not be able to use those, because those need to be communicated in real time with your opponent, so that you both get the same result at the same time. And then we have the add note of course, and here you can add notes about the match, about the game, about your opponent or whatnot. They will be available up here. You can of course delete them and whatever you want to do, but they will be available if you go into this match, and at a later stage in development we will also make them visible on a player profile. So if I play here user 1, I go into user 1 in the player section, then I can see all my notes that I have about user 1. And also when I see my match history, when I've developed that, you will be able to see the notes from that specific match or notes from a specific event and so on, because we're storing those. So they will be able to get those and read those. So we have camera controls, the video elements, we have the chat interface, and we have the more actions. We add notes, life totals, shift up and down arrows for single step and 5 steps, C for resetting, add game win by pressing the G button or removing by pressing the H, and then we have of course the most important one, the report button. This is also visible right out here, but also inside it. So either you press R or you just press the green button to send up the report slip. If a player has reached 2 game wins, then this will already be pre-filled, otherwise you will see it like this. So you will see a player and then you will all see this. But if you press the winner and then you press the result, if you have any drawn games or if it's intentional draw, then you draw and it's 0-0 and then it's 3 drawn games. If you want to drop, you can drop. You will not be able to drop the opponent, of course. I just say user 3 wins, 2-1, and then I confirm. Until your opponent has confirmed on his or her side, this will be disabled. When it turns a lighter green, then any one of you can press the report and the result will be reported. So this is basically what will happen when you play out games. Then you can be called up by the organizer. And I'm just gonna see if I can demonstrate that as well. Spectate mode. So if I go in and spectate, then we will soon see that the organizer joins the room. If everything is working as intended, yes. So we can see that Slamfun is joined the room. We can now see 2 users here. And I'm just gonna turn off my speaker, microphone, and also I can add the camera. So if the tournament organizer would initiate a call with you guys, then we would automatically lose focus and the message panel will open up and the organizer will become visible, as you can see here. If they hang up, then or just leave the tab, then the call will be ended. And they can also initiate a please hold. They have some questions or whatnot, and they can maybe write in the chat what is happening. So those are features for the organizer and that you should be aware of. The last feature we have is connected to video coverage of tournaments. So if you are playing a tournament where they have a video coverage, you might get this feature match dialogue whenever you enter the room. Follow this instruction and everything will go smooth, but basically what you do, you make sure you have the correct video settings for Tolaria here first, so that you can see yourself in this video element in the back. Make sure that you have the correct microphone selected, and when that is done, you just press understood, continue. This will open up the share interface so that you will be able to share your video stream directly with the coverage team. So when that is done, you select of course video and audio. They should most likely be the same as you have here in Tolaria, and then you just press start. And you just have a blank screen. If the streaming coverage team would like to contact you, they will talk and then you will hear them, and if they want to show something, then it will be visible in this screen. But during gameplay, I would most likely hide this, it will just be down here as a little tab. You can pop it open. You can of course hang up, but that will close the connection to the video coverage team. If you accidentally do that, just press the refresh button and this will initiate a reload of that framed interface here. So then you can just hide it again when you're good to go. So those are basically every function we have in Tolaria at the moment, and hope this video will help you speed up the process in getting to know Tolaria and the match room. Thank you for watching.